Hey everyone, Black 6 from BZPower back here for another set review. Today we're taking a look at some of the Series 3 Mixels. So we've got Glomp, which contains 64 pieces. We've got Glurt, which contains 62 pieces. And last but not least, Torts, who contains 48 pieces. And these are the Glorp Corp. So they are green, kind of slimy themed creatures. The packaging is pretty similar to most of the other Mixels, except it's got a green theme. We see, the main set here in the foreground. We've got the kind of animated version from the TV series in the top right, indicating the name and the series it's from. Piece counts, part numbers, age, suggestions. That nice little clear window that doesn't really show you much. And then on the back, you see if you can combine the three Glorp Corps, you can build the Glorp Corp Max. Try saying that 5 times fast. And of course we see all the other Mixels from Series 3 that you can collect all of them. We got your nice warning messages on the bottom. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. So now let's take a look on what's inside. Okay, so inside each of these sets we've got a single bag of pieces and an instruction booklet. Taking a look at Torts' instruction booklet, we see the same artwork that we had on the front, on the packaging. On the back, you can win with your coffee cup, so while you're sitting at your computer drinking your coffee. Normal instructions to be expected. At the end, in addition to the inventory, we've got another ad showing that you can go online to get the instructions to build the Glorp Corp Max. And then we've got some ads for all of the Mixels from Series 1, 2, and 3. Gotta catch them all. Advertisement for the app, and including an in-game code that you can use to unlock characters or something, I'm assuming. And then an ad for the Lego Club. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the pieces now. So here we've got the parts for the 3 Mixels, starting off with Glomp. Not a lot of interesting pieces here, but most interesting were the 1x2x2x2 angle bracket or snot piece in lime green. And we've also got this snake blade, which I believe is from Ninjago, but has not been seen in trans neon green before. And this guy has not been seen in lime green before either. So it's nice to get some recolors. Aside from that, we got some basic slopes and bricks and plates. Decent variety of different colors in bright green and lime green with some grays and blacks mixed in. Also some whites. But like I said, nothing too exciting there. Moving on to Glurt. He also features the snake blade piece. I believe these are the only 2 sets you can get it in this color. 1x2 curved slope in lime green. I don't believe it's exclusive to the set, but you won't see it in a lot. And then this lime green fender piece, I believe, is exclusive to this set. Aside from that, we have some of these nice clip pieces, so it's always nice to get more of these. A lot of black pieces, plates and slopes and such, some snot bricks. We've got the ball joint Mixel eyes here. We've got the classic Piraka spine in lime green. Some teeth pieces, a lot more black in this one I'm noticing than greens, but nothing too exciting. And finally, we have got Torts. So those standouts here were the starfish in trans neon green. I believe does not come in many sets in this color. This might be the only one. We've got this fender piece in bright green. I believe this is the only set you can get it in this color. We've got this slope piece in lime green. Also believe you can only get it here in this color. I don't believe this is exclusive to this in this color, but I've actually never seen this piece before. I'm hoping it's new to 2014 and I've just missed it, and I haven't been missing it for too long. But it's a really interesting kind of curved slope in lime green. We've got some other curved slopes in here, also in lime green, some snot pieces, some exoforce arms, some different slopes, and the ball joint eyes, teeth pieces. Got these nice antenna in trans neon green, so decent variety, but this actually has the fewest set pieces at 48 compared to 64 and 62, so there's not a whole lot here to see. Anyway, with the pieces taken a look at, let's get building. And here we've got the finished Glorp Corp Mixels. So starting off, we'll take a look at Glomp, who has the most pieces of the three. So he's got the 2x2 round tile for an eye. He uses the snake blades kind of as, I guess, drool dripping out of his mouth. You can see his teeth in there. So it's kind of a nice effect, and they can move a little bit. His legs use a lot of the mixel joints, but unfortunately, because of the way they're designed, he doesn't have like much forward backwards motion. A little bit the knee and ankle, but not much at all at the waist. That's a problem I've seen in a lot of the mixel sets, which is really rather unfortunate, but he can do some like really wide-legged stances. Kind of makes me look at him almost like a little frog with those big back legs. On his arms, he just has a clip hinge for a shoulder, and then clip hinges for fingers, but he does have two posable fingers, so that's kind of cool. And they've got the 1x1 trans neon green round plates on them. Kind of look like maybe look little suckers or something. Overall, he kind of also has a look like Mike from Monsters Inc. if he had a head cold and had some boogers coming out. But yeah, not too bad. I'm not sure how much I like the bright green and lime green color scheme. I feel like it does clash a little bit, especially the way it's implemented here. So next up, we've got Glurt, who I think the designers used all of his piece count budget on the head. One thing to note is that he does feature a little asymmetry. So his mouthpiece uses this tooth piece, and that's kind of asymmetrical. And then on the back, he's got a black cheese slip on one side and a trans green on the other. So a little asymmetry there, but not much. He uses the snake blades here too, kind of, I guess, as drool again. They can move around a little bit if you want them to. Other than that, his head opens and closes. You can move his eyeballs if you try hard enough, but because of the way they're designed, it's a little bit hard to. And his feet move a little bit if you give it a try, and his tail moves as well. Kind of looks like a rat with a giant head. You know, he's got that long, bare tail. The head with the fangs and the ears here definitely has a bit of a rat look, especially the big nose. I do really like the design of the head. It's got some nice flow here with the curved slopes, the way they use the fender pieces on the eyes, and the way the eyes are offset. If I can pop these off, you can see that they use a 2x2 jumper plate in here so that the eyes are actually centered on a 2x2 base, and then you know, these fender pieces go on top and make a really good kind of eye socket shape. And I like the nose as well, but the lack of articulation is a big setback in my opinion. I'm also not a fan of all of the black in this set either. This set does come with the Mixel, so take a quick look at him. Very basic build, uses a 2x3 slope, a couple of cheese slopes, a couple clip pieces, a couple tooth pieces, and then the 2x2 round tile for the nixel. Not much to say here, no real posability at all. And finally, we've got Torts. Again, I do like the head on Torts. Uses that fender piece we showed off, and both of the fender pieces for a really kind of smooth look. It's kind of got like an avian look almost, kind of almost like an owl with like the plumes coming out at the top and the beak going on. The feet are kind of interesting designs, but nothing too fancy. Now, because of the way he's designed, he actually does have forward-backwards leg motion, which is awesome. Of course, then on the arms, he just uses these Exoforce arms on these 1x2 modified plates, and then he's got these antennas with the starfish on the end. I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to be, if his hands are supposed to be kind of like shooting out green goo, or if these are actually his arms and hands, and if they're supposed to be like suction cups or something. Not a lot of posability, since it's just kind of one degree of articulation. But I think overall I kind of like his look the best, since the bright green is used a bit more sparingly and kind of is more of an accent color than on Glomp. But I'm not a fan of the arms too much. So since we have all three of these Mixels, we can take them apart and build the Glorp Corp Max, which we are going to do shortly, so you can take a look at that. And here we've got the Glorp Corp Max. As per usual, you do not have to disassemble the nixel to build the combiner, which is always nice. So let's take a closer look at the set. Uses maybe about 2/3 of the pieces from the 3 Mixels, so definitely an interesting build. I'm glad that it does use a lot of the Mixel joints. So on the legs, we do have some good forward-backward motion, and we also have some ankle articulation, although it would have been nice to see a third point of articulation on the legs. On the arms, we have shoulder articulation, which works really well the way they have it designed. And I guess this is elbow articulation. You do have some articulation, and then because of the way they use the snake blade, technically that articulates as well, though sometimes it'll pop off if you're not careful. So it's decent for posing, but maybe not so much for playability. On the back, we've got the tail, which has several points of articulation. And then the head also articulates a bit as well, although it's not like it's the top head and there's a lower jaw, because it's literally just the head. So I'm not the biggest fan of the set, so I'm not sure what these are supposed to be. I guess some mucus dripping out of its nose. Because of how it's designed, it actually makes it kind of difficult for this thing to stand, because the drips, or whatever they are actually longer than the feet. So you can, like, maybe if you tilt them back a little bit, then that works all right, but generally speaking, it actually makes it difficult, and I guess you could tilt the head back up a little bit and get him to stand that way as well. But then it looks like the drips coming out of his nose are just defying gravity. Let's see, the feet and arms, pretty basic design. The head, not too bad. I do like the use of the fender piece as the kind of eyebrow ridge. There is some nice snot used around here for the nose and the sides here, and the teeth, but not too amazing. And I feel like there's a bit too much black when they have plenty of lime and bright green pieces left over. On the back here, there's some random kind of cheese slopes going on here. I'm not quite sure what those are supposed to be, and I don't think they really add much to the design. Overall, not too excited with this combiner, but it is nice to give some inspiration to the kids when they get these sets, to kind of encourage them. Hey, you can build more than just the sets that come in the instructions with these pieces. So overall, I think I do kind of like the Glorp Corp Mixels. I think Torts might be my favorite because of the personality that the set has, even though it has the fewest pieces. Glomp's color scheme was a little disappointing, and Glurt's, while the head was great, the lack of overall articulation was a bit disappointing. But there's still, this is only one series out of 9 that came out in 2014, and I think we've seen there's already going to be more Mixels in 2015. So if the Glorp Corp doesn't strike your fancy, definitely check out some of the other Mixels if you can still find them on shelves. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. As always, you can check out the full review on BZPower to get pictures, more insight and details on the set, and make sure you check out the other videos on our channel by subscribing. This way you can get them as soon as they're posted, and we'll probably be having a lot of 2015 set reviews coming up in the near future, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And finally, make sure you visit BZPower. Check out the front page, check out our message boards where there's a lot of discussion going on about various LEGO themes such as Bionicle and Ninjago, and a lot of other story-based themes. You can share your creations, talk with other like-minded fans. Definitely a great community. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you all next time.